going on with the Algeria Cameroon replay? Will it happen? Will Cameroon get kicked out? Will nothing happen? Is this all a complete waste of time? What's true? What's fake news? Let's get an update on the replay. Hello and welcome back to another video on my channel. There are just days left until the big FIFA decision on the potential Algeria-Cameroon replay. Now, I know there's been a lot of stuff happening. There's news about this every day. I could have quite easily spoken about this topic every day, and I know people want to hear about this topic, but the problem for me is so much news, videos go round, quotes in the modern world with social media and with, you know, fake news. It's just hard to know what to trust, what's real and what's fake. So, you know, when I see something, it's difficult, try and process it, see if it's real or not, see if it's sourced well, and then talk about it. Because everything I've spoken about so far is real, like with the Infantino interview, the Wenger interview, Gassama not hearing about the VAR, the technical issues about it, the fact that we sent a complaint, the fact that the decision's on the 21st, all that's concrete. But there's been a lot of rumours behind the scenes. So let's catch up, let's go through what's happened, and let's try and see if we can make sense of what's going on with this replay. So last time I told you the 4 possible outcomes of Algeria-Cameroon situation. Either no replay, stays how it is. If it's corruption, Cameroon get kicked out and we just go through, or there's a replay if there's technical difficulties that influenced clear and obvious errors with the VAR. So that's where we are, right? We've spoken about that. I still think to get a replay is very unlikely. Let's talk about what we've seen in the past few days. The first thing is the players. Now, Abdelkader Badarain, who played in that Algeria-Cameroon game, Badarain played in defence at centre-back as part of that back five. He's come out and spoken, and he said, Badarain said, Inshallah, we get a good decision from FIFA and that we're all waiting for FIFA's decision. And he said if it's not a successful decision, we will bounce back and we will make up for it. So Badarain, basically what he's saying is the players are in the same boat as us. The players are also waiting for this April 21 decision. And I think that's true to an extent. He said that in an interview. You've also got obviously the situation with Belmadi's job, rumour to sign a new deal. You've got FAF elections and you've got Amara sort of saying he's leaving and he hasn't left yet. A lot rides on this day. For example, if you get the replay, Amara will probably stay, Belmadi will come back. A lot of players that probably would have retired won't retire. So it's interesting to see how that one pans out. But the players are waiting just like us. They don't know anything we don't. But Delane's come out and said that hopefully we get a good decision from the FIFA, and now we're all waiting. Second thing that's happened is that on Thursday, Algerians planned a protest outside FIFA headquarters in Switzerland, in Zurich. So some Algerians, some living in Switzerland, some actually travelled from France to Swiss to protest. But there weren't that many, I'll be honest, there weren't that many people there protesting outside the FIFA headquarters. So they went there, they made banners, they made posters, they sang songs. It was a peaceful protest, which was good. There was no violence or trouble or police intervention. But I think they got the people that were at that protest outside FIFA, and if Infantino was in that building, they would have got their point across. There just wasn't that many people there. It would have been good to see more people at that Zurich protest. And then we come on to the big one. There's been a video circulating which allegedly shows Gassama and his PayPal receiving payments from a company owned by Samuel Eto'o. Now I've seen this and I'm thinking, all right, if some genius has made this, why? Like, it's not going to help the situation. If it is real, right, and he's hacked or whatever and got this information, why have all the big media outlets not run a story on it? You know, Enahar haven't run a story on it, Esharuk haven't run a story on it, beIN Sports haven't run a story on it. It can't be real because no one credible has written about this story. So obviously that would prove corruption, but there's no concrete evidence to prove that that was a real Gambian PayPal account. So it's very hard to judge what's real and what's fake. We've seen journalists come out in Qatar and in Egypt on beIN Sports, on Sports, say that they reckon, from their opinion, that Senegal, Egypt, you'll see some sanctions in terms of supporters with the lasers, but the result won't change, hence why Carlos Queiroz has gone. Algeria, Cameroon, there is an opportunity for something, because these journalists are saying that this VAR technical difficulty is being looked at. They're looking at that there's a strong-ish case there, not for corruption. They'll look at corruption, and I'm sure FIFA will have come across this video of the alleged payments. Like, they'll look at it. If it's fake, if it's inconclusive, they'll ignore it. But the word coming out is that the VAR situation, if it's not our fault, by the way, if it's our fault because we've got ridiculous non-HD Panasonic screens that Algeria have provided, that's on us. You can't ask for a replay on us. But we've never had smooth VAR. Even in the CAF Champions League, the VAR hasn't been smooth in Algeria. But like we've said, if there is that technical difficulty, the push on Mandy that was picked up 3 minutes late, that was told to Gassama he chose to play on. You've got the one about Slimani's goal where it says goal in the corner. There is a case to be looked at. Now, I've looked at the FIFA Disciplinary Committee website. It's chaired by a man from Colombia. And then there's about 20 people on the Disciplinary Committee at FIFA. And the Colombian guy will pick one of them. And then on the 21st, what should happen is, on the FIFA website, if you go to Disciplinary Committee, there's like PDF documents of all the previous cases. The recent one I think I checked was from Honduras. And there's a whole essay on how they go through every single decision and every single point. So whatever outcome we get, we will get a detailed explanation from FIFA. Well, usually we do. So we'll wait for that. But I looked at the panel. There's no one from Algeria on it. There's no one from Cameroon on it. There's a Tunisian guy on it. There's an English guy. I suspect they'll give it to someone not from Africa to be impartial. But we'll wait and see. People are waiting. I would say there's a chance. It's not 0%. There is a chance. Senegal, South Africa got replayed, but don't hold your breath. Don't be surprised if it comes out that there's no replay, because we know what FIFA are like themselves. Are not the cleanest of organisations. Half of the people that gave the World Cup to Qatar have been sacked for corruption, you know what I mean? So, of course, if there is a bad news coming out for Algeria, they can go to the CAS, the Court of Arbitration for Sport, which is like the International Court for Sport, above, sort of separate to FIFA. So that's probably step 2, but we'll wait and see. All sorts of news coming out. We'll wait and see. I'm not going to tell you we're going to get a replay. I'm not going to make you get excited and get your hopes up when it's unlikely. Just want to be very honest about the situation. And once again, if you're from Cameroon, don't take it personally. We're talking about it from an Algerian perspective. If your team if anyone's team here had injustices, I'm sure they would feel the same way. So if anyone has got any news on the potential replay, do let me know in the comments down below. That's your update. That's all I've got for you today. Subscribe for more, and I'll see you next time.